think I figured out a loophole. Okay, so let's say you have antibodies for COVID-19, coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2. Unfortunately for me, I can't donate after building the antibodies because I already have a pre existing immune disorder. So that would actually infect the next person if I donate blood. So if you know you don't have a pre existing condition and you have contracted the coronavirus or you felt like you were sick in the last 60 days, if you had a fever, you had the night sweats, you weren't coughing, you weren't sneezing, you didn't build phlegm, you didn't have pneumonia, you could have still built antibodies for it. So it's best to go to a plasma donation center or go online to see where you could donate blood because it's the antibodies in the plasma of the blood that will actually save someone in an in an extreme condition, or even just in general. This will actually debunk having to have a vaccine because if you pass antibodies around through blood plasma, through blood banks, you can actually prevent people having to go through clinical trials of vaccines. I just thought of this right now. I'm going to try to get this message out. I've been using my new Twitter account for a lot of the activism that is needed. My protesting and my stand for my voice has been on my social media platform. Whether people are agreeing with certain things or not, the goal is really to help each other find answers and resolutions and not rely on the system. The system is helping us recover and heal ourselves, but then we have to go and do the work. We got to go out or even just use our devices, use your technology, use your own home to help move this society into a better paradigm, as I like to say. So if you're just tuning in, I saw a few of you. If you felt flu-ish or you felt sickish in the last 60 days or so, you probably would have built antibodies by now. Not everybody is going to be extremely ill like the first wave. So to help shrink the numbers and to flatten the curve, as they say, the best thing to do is to go to a blood bank, donate. I was kind of against blood donations. That's my own personal thing. But in terms of emergency, urgency, and the need for antibodies to be transmitted to other people who are infected, you can actually help diffuse the outbreak and the spread because it's really about neutralizing those who are currently infected, and that will help prevent new cases from surfacing. So that's all I want to share with everybody. Please share this if you can. I know I talk in theories a lot, but I do believe that this might be a good approach to fixing the situation globally. So if you even if you tested positive for COVID, you know you don't have a pre-existing condition, you could still donate your blood. They have compensation for things like that. They have different centers that do have some type of benefits when you contribute your blood plasma. This is just how we pay it forward and help each other. So, and if anyone is infected or has a family member or someone that is going through the physical conditions of going through COVID-19, you can definitely talk to me about different remedies and holistics of recovery. I've been doing a lot of home studies and research on how to naturally prevent the long term effects of the detriment that happens when you are infected with this kind of, I call it an extreme bacterial free radical that acts like a virus. It also like stomach virus. We say stomach virus, but it's not an actual virus. It's just really, really bad bacteria that has accumulated itself. Also, if people have Lead in your buildings, you have or possible asbestos infections. Those could, if you do your homework and research on the building materials, you could possibly find out if the materials that came from overseas. Then you can connect the dots and go, hey, I think this is where the origins of me collecting this bacteria may have come from. Black mold, asbestos, you just got to check for these things. The mold in the walls. Anything that can compromise your immune system right now, or a lot of fluid in the air, or if you work in chemical labs or whatnot, or if you're dealing with a lot of surfaces that have vapor, you can put yourself in a jeopardizing situation. So the best thing to do is to neutralize your home with a lot of remedies. I neutralize with eucalyptus. I I do a lot of hot water. I don't do cold juices. I don't do cold fluids. I only do lukewarm, room temperature, and hot. And that's what's helping flush anything that might linger in the body. So those are just my little tidbits of advice. Look into immune system boosters. I know that there's a lot of different over the not over the counter, but online sales for different immune boosters. The top one I say is IVC Max, because that is equivalent of a good 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C. You blast your system with a high potency of vitamin C, and even naturally you can also do orange peels and boil the orange peels in hot water, let it get room temperature, and then drink it. That's as equivalent as an emergency packet, but it's not processed. This is natural. It has natural probiotics to culture the stomach, and it helps flush everything out. And it helps with your blood sugar, because if folks are dealing with COVID-19, you're going to have increased hypertension, blood pressure is going to increase, heart rate's going to increase. That's how you know that's the key three things of having this situation is fast heart rate, palpitations, heart murmurs, headaches, extreme headaches at the same time of the day, even weird dreams, hallucinating, things that might distort your thought process. You might be forgetting things. So those are the clues and things you want to look for from someone who had experience going through it. What they're saying on television are the existing conditions from people who live in other situations in the country. So that's all I really want to share with everybody is if you do have European blood, I'm just saying, just kidding. Yeah, donate to blood plasma banks. Find where your local blood plasma is, and yeah, donate. Your plasma could save a life, and it could probably prevent the next wave from being a widespread outbreak. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later.